Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I am on the way to a brand new customer. This is a no AC call. He called yesterday and said that the AC stopped working. Let's go take a look and let's see what's going on. I'll see y'all when I get inside. Alright guys, I just came from inside. The customer said that there was a lot of condensation downstairs. This is the furnace cooling, straight AC condenser. The customer said there was a lot of condensation in the basement. He turned it off because he didn't want to damage anything downstairs. And we just turned it on. Filter's clean. The fan is blowing strong. And I got a likely culprit as to what's going on. Let me open this unit up. And let's get our answers. I'll be right back. Alright. Before we check the pressures, this is a Trane. Looks like a 2-ton, 20-year-old R410 unit. And look at the numbers here. We're at 50 on the low side and about 275 on the high side. Now, one of the reasons could be low on refrigerant, could have a partially clogged metering device, or without looking at the coil, due to the head pressure, our condenser coil could be slightly dirty. But the fact that our airflow is good inside and our filter is clean, I'm gonna try to add some refrigerant. If we add some refrigerant and our head pressure goes crazy, at that point, that will let us know the next step, whether or not either this thing was undercharged or if we have a metering device problem. But that's the beauty of numbers. Take your time and you'll get your answers. Go one step at a time. But guys, let me bring the customer over, and I don't think no one added refrigerant. He said that this unit has been working all summer, but I'm gonna bring him over and show him what I just explained to you guys, and we're gonna see what the culprit is. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, I just added some charge, and currently we're sitting at a 14-degree superheat. Technically 13, 14 is fluctuating. And most importantly, my head pressure didn't go up. So this tells me that my metering device, which is most likely a TXV, my metering device downstairs is still good. If my metering device was bad, as soon as I added a couple of ounces of refrigerant, my head pressure would have shot up and my low side would have went down. This would be similar to a restriction in the liquid line. That will cause your head pressure to go up and your suction pressure to go down. But guys, that's the only tricky thing about it. If your TXV was partially clogged and you were low on refrigerant, there's no way you can diagnose a TXV until after you try to add refrigerant. You don't have to dump 10 pounds of refrigerant in the system, but even if you add a couple of ounces, like a 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, instantly, if you know your head pressure go up and you front seat your gauges, if you close them and your head pressure keep going up, then instantly, if my condenser fan motor is running, if my condenser coil is clean, then I will definitely start peeling back my insulation and start looking for either a restriction or a clogged metering device. But luckily that's not this scenario, so I like give you guys random scenarios just of what could possibly happen, but this isn't that scenario. This is just a low on refrigerant service call. And what I'm gonna do, you guys see that suction line, I'm gonna put a piece of insulation on the suction line. Guys, I still haven't got the chance of getting new suction line insulation, but I did have a piece of 3/4 plumbing insulation stuck behind one of the shelves, so any insulation is gonna be better than nothing. But the fact that at least 3 feet of this suction line is uninsulated, that's definitely not good. So whatever we put on here is definitely going to be better than how it was when we found it. And I'm gonna hold this coil down as well. Let me get that going. But all right, guys, let me put the suction line installation on and let's get busy here. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I just had to go to the truck and get a sticker. But right now we're at a 12-degree superheat. We're still above freezing. I hose down the coil. My hair pressure is hovering between 315 and 330. But I'm gonna show you, I did put the piece of suction line insulation on the suction line. And all I gotta do now is go inside and check my TD. And once again, the filter inside is already clean. I'm gonna check my TD, but we gave this customer a free checkup spring of next year. So what I did today, either me or someone else will come back out here next spring to double check the numbers before it gets hot again. And I told the customer, worst case, if the numbers drop again by next spring, then we can look into the next steps, either doing a leak check or potentially talking about replacements. But we're not at that point yet. Everything held pressures, but we're not at that point yet. Right now the system is holding pressures good, suction line is sweating, and most importantly, we got insulation on this suction line. And that's all there is to it. We're good to go. But there you have it, no AC call. Found the system low on refrigerant. Added refrigerant, system held pressures, and that's all there is to it. I gotta go downstairs and I gotta do the paperwork. But all right, peace out, guys. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.